Welcome to Fishing for Bees. This is my YouTube channel on swarm catching and beekeeping. Everything you see is a swarm that we've caught. We've never split. So they're standalone swarms. We have this yard, production yard. In the past we've given away bees, 10 frame colonies in the spring, 2 of them. I did get an update on those. In total, those 2 colonies, including the original given away colony, they produced a dozen colonies, over a dozen colonies. I think they're still working on it. So both of them did really well. So we're just going to do a quick update on all the swarm catches. 2 of them are missing. They had laying worker problems. The video on Sunday we talked about those. So we caught 8. This is the 6th. One in the production yard failed with a laying worker. One here failed with a laying worker and got merged next door. Which this one I'm a bit concerned about, but I'm guessing they're just hot. I don't think they're running out of space yet. I've been deliberate not to feed any of these swarms. None of these swarms have been fed or had treatments, so I'm not doing much. This is just an update on how we boosted a late season swarm. This one right here, we boosted with some frames, some honey frames. I wish this one didn't have so much honey in it, because that's not the greatest one going into winter. I'm probably going to put that on the outside. Just give them a little rearrange here. We're just looking to see how things are going. They're putting up some nectar. Queen did not lay up here yet. I take that back. I'm not used to inspecting with such little light. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, was I wrong. Those cells are dark. She completely laid this whole thing up. So there you go. We put that in there last weekend. Boost it. We did a video on it. Late season swarm catch. It was only 5 frames. I wanted to get them to 10. So we donated a bunch of frames. He's completely laid them up, which is exactly what we wanted to happen with those donated frames. So perfect. Holy cow. We got some ants up here too. So we got some ants on this side. I'm going to freshen up my traps. But again, as I've said, they are not in the inside. They're under this lid, and they are causing the bees a tremendous amount of stress. So that's when I step in. I don't want the bees stressed. They're not in the inside again though. In the inside you got big problems, but I'm expecting this colony to be hot. This is not an ideal frame here. Curious about this one. I'm a little concerned. I think I see drone cells. I'm gonna open the front entrance on this one. So I moved that frame in, even though there's a bunch of brood on this frame. That's not normally a good idea for heat management. There's no problem with heat in the forecast here as far as the weather. So a little concerning. All that drone brood this late in the season. They're not thinking about swarming. I'm gonna have to source some 5 frame mediums. I'm gonna have to put some mediums above their head just to keep them happy with space, because I don't think they'll make it to winter without swarming. So I'll probably just give them some bare foundation frames, have them work them. It'll give them space. They probably won't get much or anything collected. And then I can just use those 5 frames other places. I can see that this one is not as well along at all. So this is what I'm talking about with those frames that are partially drawn out. We got brood. We got problems is what we got. Man. Starter strip problems. They bailed on drawing comb and then went sideways. So I'm going to try and bury this fishing line in there. I'm sacrificing brood. I have to come back in here in a later date and I'm going to show you why, and we'll do another video on it. It's just getting, and they have capped queen cells. What are you doing? Why do you feel like you don't have space? You got tons of space. Unbelievable. Silly, silly. I've had 5/5 colonies go into winter much worse than this as far as frame configuration and survive, but I don't like this. We might have to switch some things up. It's kind of a light population. I wonder if it already swarmed, but I mean, space-wise, there's no reason for them to be swarming. This is a mess. This is not good. You know, I catch these swarms and I don't do much with them. I want to see what they can do. And apparently, since I added these 2 boxes, this box and this box, I don't know what they did. I can't even get these frames out. We got a real problem here. And you'll see in a minute. Can you believe that? I have never seen a colony start on the bottom. So, it's going to get interesting now. What I'm trying to do is make sure that there isn't a queen on here. I'm trying to put that in upside down because I've never seen comb at the bottom. They just basically, instead of for whatever reason going all the way up in this top box, it's not because I didn't have them waxed. It's not because this isn't, I mean, it's how I've always done it. I don't know why these girls didn't get the message. So again, queen is most important, not to end up in here. We'll have Elena come over and show you the mess. We show you the good, the bad, the ugly. So there you go. And I'll show you what we're going to do. You saw on Sunday's video we had a use now box. We didn't call all our frames, we didn't destroy all our frames, but any of the ones that had drone cells we got rid of. I certainly would not have expected to have to put 5 frames into use into one colony. Any more issues down the road, I'm going to have to get into my bait comb for next year, and that's fine. I'm not going to save bait comb and jeopardize a colony. Holy Moses. Holy Moses. I'll tell you what, I thought this was going to be a quick and easy video. So now, this one is honey bound. Look how fast they came up here. That's not good. I'll tell you what, I was going to pull frames from here to put in here and give them some honey. Doesn't really matter what frames I take because they're all usable for laying. But look at this, man. Look how beautiful that honey looks. Very nice frame. So equalizing swarm catches in July. Some of these were caught early, so I may have to re-evaluate my plans as far as running all swarm catches in 5 frames. I might have to go back to trying to build some of them up to 20. I really don't like 5 over 5 over 5 going into winter. It's obnoxious. It's just too high. Not building good. This will be the only box I go into the bottom, just because I'm not seeing anything that great on the top. Tonight's not the greatest night to be doing too much, so we're going to go ahead and just take note of this one's condition, which isn't good. Not with winter around the corner. And we're going to have to help this one. I'm going to have to get in my boxes and see what I got. But I'm still not going to feed them. There's still time left, and I don't know what direction yet we're going with as far as treatment for this yard. I'm back and forth on the fence as far as making this a treatment-free yard. We got to make up our mind here soon. So there you go. There's your swarm catch update. This one needs some frames. These are much better shape. This one needs some frames. And pretty good. Not too bad. So we'll leave it at that. I know what I'll be doing this week, and I know what next weekend's video will be on. So we'll be fixing this one and fixing that one and giving another evaluation to the rest. So thanks for watching. I hope your bees are well.